Hey, have you seen my new sleeping bag I just made?
No. This is Talk the Talk.
I've gone camping multiple times, mostly with and that's how we identify each other now. And we have some stories to tell about it. As we said in the last video. Good to stop?
Yes.
Right. So, as we said in the last video, we're going to talk about some camping stories. Do any of you want to start off, or should I start off?
You start off.
So, as we were talking about yesterday, we went to a campground called 40 Mile. 40 Mile. That's the name.
86 Mile.
86 Mile. So, we went there, and we first thing we got there, we went to this, like, entire bushed off area that I thought was, like, some tree or something. And as we walked in, there was an old crickety merry-go-round.
Oh yeah. Colors: red, yellow, green, blue. Boom.
And it was all rusted and stuff, and all like the paint was peeling. And then there was like, I don't know, probably snake holes all around the outside of it. Speaking of snake holes, and not the snake holes you might be thinking of, but snake holes. Keirin almost stepped in one, as we said yesterday.
No, not in one, on a snake.
Almost stepped on a snake that was inside of the snake hole. So you're like, we run back
from the park
because we got scared of two kids talking about Slender Man, and we're running back. And then Keirin almost steps on top of the snake thing, and someone has to come over. Who was it that had to go over?
My uncle.
He had to come over and just start.
Plastic shovel.
Pink plastic shovel. And,
and
like,
then Tyler's like, poke it, poke it, poke it, poke it, poke it, poke it. He kept saying that. Then when we were walking back, he's like, "Why didn't you poke it? Why didn't you poke it? Why didn't you poke it?"
I remember one of my earliest memories about camping.
My earliest memory about camping, going in the car to Elkwater when you first make your channel.
Oh yeah, going on. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that trip.
I remember it was like me, you, Imogen, Davin, and you, and then some other friends. Before we came, you and your friends made a fort, and then we went there. Remember that? Like that.
No, I don't think that was that time. I think that was
another
like
time?
Yeah, it was like 2017, maybe 2018. Yeah.
What? Are we?
Yeah. So it was around that time. So it was around that time, and so we got there and we played board games for most of the time.
Oh yeah.
We played a good 5 rounds of Monopoly. All that took up our day.
Yeah, it was store-bought Monopoly, I remember.
Remember it was thundering and shaking the trailer the whole day, so we just stood.
Yeah. They're like, come outside, guys. And we're like, no, we want to play Star Wars Monopoly.
We should play Star Wars Monopoly later today.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Wow.
At every single campground, if you don't have like
What?
if you don't have like a trailer and you have to go to a washroom, the washrooms are always disgusting. It's just a hole dug in the ground. Some of them don't even have porta potties around it. You just see people just crouching out in a bush and like, stop looking at me.
You don't see that.
Yeah.
Don't see that now. But what about then?
Then.
No.
Not then. Caveman times camping.
Caveman, let's go to bush. Caveman bush.
Caveman.
Bush equal pool equal yum.
Please don't say yum.
Yum.
Please, no. So this wasn't a camping trip with you. A story that I'm gonna tell.
Who has my cord over there? Oh, that was mom's too. Davin, can you put that in my room? This is off topic.
So there was this camping trip we went on with my cousins. We didn't stay the night, but we were just there for like a few hours.
Oh, I remember.
Imogen.
You put your foot into this.
So what we did, we went to this like, it was like a beach side. I don't remember where it was. But so we went out to this beach side and we had to go in this one little rowboat. And I remember Imogen was in the rowboat, or Tyler was in the rowboat.
Yeah.
And the rowboat tipped. They were going to the shore, and then the rowboat just like completely did a 180, tipped over.
That was funny. I was like, oh.
I remember that.
You know, whenever you go camping, there's always going to be one type of food you eat there, or like two types of food.
Beef.
Cereal.
No, you eat.
Cereal.
That was sad. I was gonna land too.
It was so sad. So it's either hot dogs or s'mores, or hot dog s'mores, which
Oh, I like those.
I've never eaten. But, you know.
No, you can just do talking. Me and Tyler are
Keep
happy
going.
with what we want.
Do you have any other things you want to add to this conversation?
I know.
I think it was the same one, the trip that we did in Monopoly. We were riding our bikes, and then there was like a trailer, and I was like, follow that trailer!
Oh, no,
and then I was riding my bike, but I didn't put on my brakes, and then I banged in the back of the trailer, and then dented it. It was
Yeah.
like
There was
a
a
little
bike
size me dent.
I remember we were just riding down the hill. Tyler's like, follow that trailer. And me and Josh kind of slow down. We see Tyler not stopping, keep on pedaling. And then me and Josh just swerved off into a trail and going into the woods.
That was the dumbest thing.
And then Tyler turned around, looked around, and just started going the opposite way.
Yeah, I remember we were going around that part for like a bunch of times.
Oh yeah.
And then,
Remember the guy that we found in the woods from Tabor?
oh
And
yeah,
we started riding our bikes around.
yeah.
that
And there was
was very
like
spooky.
we found him in that like BB gun
Yeah.
ditch. There was a bunch of BB guns in there.
Mhm.
Another story that I. Thank you. I remember this one story a few years back when you used to have a trailer. We found this one.
I was about to say that was gonna be epic.
We found this one scary storybook in there, and I remember we just like read it the entire time.
Yeah.
And you
Remember we
you
hid
got-
underneath the beds because underneath our beds there was sleeping bags and pillows. We take those out, put them on the actual like bunk beds,
Mhm.
and then crawl under there and read the stories. And
Yeah.
we brought like flashlights. Okay, remember how big our chair was like on our table,
Mhm.
and how there was like a drawer, opening thingy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That, like a
Cabinet.
cabinet
Yeah.
could open up.
There was bread in there. I took all the bread out. When we played hide and seek, I'd hide in there.
You got that bread. He got that bread.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we were reading it, and it was like, I don't know what time it is. It was like.
I think you still have that book because I think we gave
Yeah,
it to
yeah,
you.
you gave it to me. I remember I was out. Oh my god, where were we? So it was like really dark out, and you started to get scared, and you're like, guys, can we go back? Or was I there?
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that was Tyler.
No, it was me.
Yeah, it was like it was me, you, him, Davin, Imogen, and like this one other girl who said she had like 8 boyfriends. Remember that?
I was.
I remember.
I did 6 in a row.
You did.
I remember that.
She
You
had
remember
like, wait, was that? No, that was someone.
Were we camping with her?
that? I don't think we were camping
No.
with her. She was like in another trailer house.
We
Yeah.
decided just to come along.
See, I don't remember this.
You don't
So-
remember this?
I don't
I
remember
remember that
meeting
girl.
anybody
She's like,
except for that one guy from Denver.
Yeah. We have to reboot your memory, just like.
It's like the only thing I can remember.
All right. And that's most of the stories we have to tell about camping. And remember, until the next walk the walk, keep on flipping the bottle.